It's almost the end of October here at Coyote Classics, and I get the pleasure to drive this gorgeous 1969 numbers matching 350 Camaro with Super Sport trim from front to back, done in an absolutely gorgeous blue metallic paint with absolutely show quality engine compartment. This is a 97,000 original mile car, powered by its numbers matching 350 engine that's been built to well over 300 horsepower. A great 4-barrel on it. Motor's got probably 4,000 miles or so or less on it on the rebuild, and it runs and drives absolutely fantastic. That's the coolest thing with this car. It's not only an awesome looking show quality car, but we drove it home 3 hours and it performs absolutely beautifully. As we open the hood, we look at the bottom side of the cowl hood. The bottom side of the cowl hood is painted nicely black. It has a fully functional ram air system on the cowl hood that's all working properly. Air conditioning car, engine compartment is gorgeous, motor's painted beautifully, power steering, power brakes. This was an original blue car by the code. As far as I could see, it was 50C, but a 715 original blue interior car, which I believe a lot of the interior is still original. As we look at the hood gaps, the gaps on this car are fantastic. The driver's side hood gap is excellent across the top of the fender to the top of the hood. As we scroll across to the top of the hood, the metallic on this, I don't know if the video camera is going to pick this up in the sun, but the blue paint with the metallic is absolutely gorgeous. Hood fits really nice here on the passenger side as well. It's got a nice gap from front to back. The gap on the back is just a little bit wider than the gap in the front, but we got a nice smooth finish all the way across. It does have the front chin spoiler on it. The grille is beautiful. It's got the SS in the grille. It's got the chromatic painted front bumper. Now, as we look up and down the sides of this blue beauty, it's riding on a nice set of original style rally rims, BFG raised white letters with just the right muscle car stance from front to back. It's got the silver hockey stripe that really accents this car with the black vinyl top, and it looks fantastic, guys. This is definitely the nicest 69 Camaro that we've had here at Coyote Classics. Maybe ever. I mean, it's just a super clean car. It's a great combination of a 90,000 original mile Survivor and a cosmetic restore on it. I'm guessing just by looking at the paint, you know, it's got a few chips here and there. I'm guessing the paint's probably approximately 10 years old, but very well taken care of. Our gap's nice on the door. No bubbles or blisters anywhere in the lower fender, rocker, or quarter area. I don't think there's any rust anywhere on this car, period. Bottom corner of the door, everything's in great shape. There's a few little chips and a few little touch-ups here and there, little rock chips and stuff like that down at the bottom of the car, but no bubbles, no blisters, no imperfections that way on the passenger side at all. If you go underneath this car, guys, go to our website, coyoteclassics.com. This car is 100% rust-free, original patch-free metal that I could see. I mean, you're going to have a little surface rust, but I did not see a patch or a soft spot anywhere on the floors, frame rails. Trunk floor is immaculate, all speckled. The inner quarters are all speckled. The pinch welds on the lower quarters are excellent. Just a really good, solid, honest 1969 Camaro. As we go over here to the black vinyl top is in excellent condition. I know a lot of people ask, hey, is there bubbles around the rear window? Absolutely not on this car. Super solid, nice and clean all the way around. No rust under that vinyl top. Just really clean vinyl top, guys. The paint's really nice all the way around the edge here that comes around here. There's no cracks, no body line issues at all there. Even in here, this isn't cracking or anything like that. That's all nice and clean. The rear spoiler looks great. The dual exhaust sounds awesome, comes out the back. It does have SS trim on the front fenders, back, front. Back bumper looks to be the original. It's got a couple little tiny little scuffs on it, but the overall chrome appearance is in great shape. Again, lower quarter panel where it meets the rear valance and stuff is fantastic. I mean, this is a very professional restoration that has just a little bit of age on it is all. Door handles, chrome is great. It's got the dual mirrors. The chrome on that is in great shape as well. If we open up these doors, the jambs have all been painted. They have the proper all new rubbers in it, the stoppers. The corners of the doors have never had an ounce of filler or anything in the corners. You really have to see this car, but the biggest thing with it, guys, if you drive this car, you will buy it. We get a lot of cool cars here at Coyote Classics, but not as many muscle cars drive as nice as this 69 Camaro does. Blue interior. It looks to me like the front seats have been recovered. They're almost too nice to be original. But if we look at the back seat, that's definitely the original seat still. If you look at around the edges, it's just got a couple little tiny little spots around the edges on the original vinyl. It's got the original seat belts for 3 in the back. The back door panels and the front door panels are excellent. The dome light works. It's got the correct blue shoulder harnesses. The visors are excellent, original. Headliner is excellent. Back shelf is nice. The carpet and the carpet looks like that's been replaced years ago maybe, and it does have new scuff plates. Door panels are like new. I'm guessing they've been replaced. They're super nice. The chrome on them is very clean. Our armrest base is original. It's got a couple little scuffs on that. The pad is really nice. When they jammed this car out, they did a really nice job years ago. Here's your corner of the inside of the door again. Never had any issues. Dome light works on top. Lights work underneath the dash. Inside the glove box is absolutely gorgeous as well. Guess what, guys? The original light works in there too. It's got the original 69 owner's manual. The alternator, temp gauge, oil pressure, fuel gauge all works. The heater works great. Air conditioner is 100% complete, but will need to be recharged. The horn works. It's got the original radio still in it, and check out just how nice that original wood grain is still, guys. It's in beautiful shape.
Steps between you and the IRS fighting on your behalf.
Original radio works. It's got the factory tack, and that works. 97,674 miles is all that's on this odometer, and there's no doubt in my mind after you look at this car underneath that that's 100% original. The console's still in good shape. We have just a little hairline crack right here in the console, very small. The seatbelt holder's in there. We're just gonna take a peek in here. Look at that, guys. That's all nice and clean. That little felt in there. Just nice, clean, original. All the wood grain looks great. Steering wheel looks nice. Dash pad is excellent. It's not bowed up like a lot of our 69s are. They kind of bow up in the back. Windshield looks nice. Rear view mirror is super tight. Very nice. Visors are tight. Nice and clean. Doors shut really good. Body's super straight on it. I know our videos are long here at Coyote Classics, but if you're interested in buying one of our cars, we want you to see everything that we see on them. We want you perfectly happy when you get them, and we feel this is the best way to do that. If you look up and down the sides of the driver's side, in my opinion, show quality from front to back. Again, we have a few little, you'll see a few little rock chips few of these probably could be buffed out a little bit, but just a little rock chips on the back. It did not have mud flaps on it, so it's a beautiful restoration that has been driven. So there is a few little chips on it down low. I personally love the blue on this car. It's just you can see your reflection anywhere in it. They did a great job when they laid it on. Up and down the door here, the gap is super nice. Our rocker, lower door, lower fender, free of rust, free of blisters. I don't see any issues anywhere there. Front fender paint is excellent as well. Window felts have all been replaced, so have the these up and down rubbers could still be original, but they're nice and pliable. The roof rail rubber and window felts have definitely been replaced during restoration. Carpet looks good. We got a little flaking. All these pieces, guys, these plastic hard pieces come in black, and you have to dye them, or they come dyed from the factory. So this one needs to be re-dyed here. Guy needs to get a little bit of that blue and take that off and re-dye that. There's some chips on that black. Scuff plates are new. Inside door jamb paint looks really good. They got that on nice and thick. Here's your inside your corner. It's never been touched. Door panel looks excellent. Front seats both look super nice. Right along this cord, you can see if it has been redone. This seat, it's been redone a long time ago. Just coming in and out, you can see it's just worn just a little bit on that cord. We talked about pretty much everything else. The horn works, the heater works, wipers work, tach works, speedometer works, all the gauges work. This car sounds good too. Nothing obnoxious, but like I said, you'll see the performance when we get it down the road. For a little small block, this thing really goes. As far as our steering goes, one finger down the road on the steering wheel is all you're going to need to steer this car with power steering. Got just a little, when I hit the bump there and turn, it's got a little tire rub on that front tire. As far as our shocks go, no bottoming out, nothing like that. The shocks feel great. Front brakes are perfect, no pull left or right. It's got the power brakes, which really is nice on there. The kick down on the transmission works excellent. It'll throw you right back in your seat when it shifts down a second. Here's your brakes again. Absolutely no work needed on the brakes or suspension. Steering's perfect on it as well. Just listen to how this thing, it idles down at 650, 700 RPM. Listen how quiet it is at a stop sign. Had to let off the foot peak, guys. This thing will sit there and spin tires as long as you want it to. 0 to 60, 65, 70. I mean, this thing gets right with the program right now. Shifted to third at 80. Absolutely awesome car. I'm going to take the speed down to about 45 here. Nice and quiet. Kickdown works great on the tranny. 75 mile an hour, it's doing about 2,300 RPMs. So this is definitely a highway cruiser, but yet it's with that transmission and the nice build 300 horsepower motor, it will still sit you back in your seat.